He comes in third in the league in passing touchdowns.
It's the Chiefs and the Hawks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Kansas City offense, and in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes. They'll run with the third-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. 24 carries, just shy of 140 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now wasting time going right back to DK Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Out of the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. KC's offense ready to take over. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes left side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now it's Lockett. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe...
He's got a man, complete! And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this... And he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. That one a first down pickup of 8. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about him for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 20! And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 70 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So a 75-yard scoring this one fielded at the 5. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 30. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make the play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we'll head down to Orlando. That's right. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They go play action here on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up to the 20.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 141 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Booker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. KC's offense ready to take over. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Looking to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett. 78 yards. And the Seahawks add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 73 yards. And the Chiefs are able to claw one back. Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. He lets it fly for Lockett. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the 4th quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. But Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman for the KC first. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for a
long time.
No doubt.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Mahomes throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And now here comes Kansas City. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end.